Alright guys, good morning. So I've been screwing around a lot the last couple months. Welcome to day one of getting healthy again. The very first thing I'm gonna do is just write out what I'm gonna do in the morning the night before. So I did that last night, and my plan for breakfast was 3 whole eggs, the same amount of whites as I'm having whole eggs, and some chickpeas and tomato sauce. A lot of fiber, it's a lot of leucine protein. That's my breakfast. The reason you write out before is because you just go and revert back to habit. If you've been doing the same shit for a lot of months, and then you just try and change one morning, and you don't have a plan, it's tiring every time to just be like, all right, what do I eat now? Let me think of something. Let me Google some inspiration. No, figure it out the day before and just go do it the next day. So that's my breakfast, and I'll have that with a coffee, a little bit of kefir. And the reason for the kefir is just have some good gut bacteria going on. Like if you think about your gut as whatever you feed it, those are the ones that'll live, right? Like if you feed it a lot of sugar, you're gonna have a lot of sugar-loving gut bacteria that are like, hey, give us some more of that. That's good stuff. If you stop eating sugar altogether, those are gonna kind of go down in population and be like, all right, we can't live, we're not getting enough food. The more that population is and the stronger they are from what you've been feeding it, the more they're gonna fire signals up to your brain to say, give me some more of that shit, dude, give me some more. So once you kill them all out and you just feed it good bacteria for weeks and weeks and weeks, those cravings from the signals they're firing up to your brain kind of start to go down. It's gonna suck that first week or two or however many weeks it takes, but it does work, it will be worth it. So we're gonna do no sugar today, which is unfortunate. No sugar, and just get some probiotics in there from kefir, from probiotic supplements, and just kind of start getting this thing right. That's like one of the most important things for your health. Like you can see when you have abs, you can see when you're jacked. You can't see what's going on in here. And this is a big component to feeling good and feeling healthy. Once I have a texture I want on the chickpeas, I'll add some tomato sauce and just kind of simmer them down. So I'm gonna just dig a little hole, and then I'll plop my egg in there so that the yolk gets a lot more contact with the heat, and then the white has a little more time. You know what I mean? All right, last thing before I leave, my supplements. I'll take 1 a day multivitamin, I'll take fish oil, creatine, liver support, and lipid support. I also take dutasteride, it's a pill for your hair. I'll just take 1 of those a day. It helps keep my hair right. You might have heard of finasteride, it's more popular. It prevents about 70% of that conversion. Dutasteride, it's almost 100%, so you can keep your DHT close to 0. That won't completely solve hair loss. There's another thing I take for hair, a shampoo, and I just use that a couple times a week, and it keeps your scalp from getting too much stuff that causes the hair to fall out. So between my dutasteride and that, it keeps my hair good. And then right before I go to the gym, like 30 minutes before, I'll take 2 scoops of non-stimulant pre-workout from Evogen. I'm not sponsored by them, this is just one that I like. If you ever had your skin itch, you know that feeling that you get from some pre-workout? That's from beta-alanine. So I found for me, my size, how I respond to beta-alanine, if I stay below 4 grams, I don't get that feeling. I hate that feeling. So I'll take 2 scoops of this. That puts me at like 3.2 grams. I don't get itchy. It's perfect for me. Next, I'll take Glycoject. This is really good for your pumps if you take it right before you go to the gym. Fill your muscles up with glycogen. The last thing I'll take, which I don't have here, is glycerol. If you take these 2 and glycerol all together and then go to the gym, you will feel like you're about to pop, like your skin is about to rip from how pumped up you get. Hitting glutes, your butt's going to feel like it's going to explode. It'll feel so pumped. Whether you're a guy or a girl, this is a really good pump setup. This right here, I love it, but I don't have the glycerol. Before you go to the gym, make sure you get some carbs in your system, because that's that same thing with the glycogen. You want your muscles full of resources to go push. And that's all. Also get one of these, this thing's sick. All mixed up, good to go, bing bing, bow. The Invisalign is in, the glasses are on, we're ready to go to the gym. It's hot today, I'm cooking. Honestly, I think Invisalign is kind of cheat codes for eating healthy, because I can't just throw stuff in my mouth, pause. I have to like take these out, and it's a little bit of a process, and so it forces you to be conscious of it, where I'm like, oh, I'm really about to spend a minute getting these out so that I can eat something I shouldn't be eating. This is the starting point. We're at like 260 right now. Battery my scale died, so I don't know for sure. So here's where we are in the beginning. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. This is a good starting point. Probably go up another 10, 15 pounds and then get diced from there. So major things I want to grow, shoulders to catch up to the chest. Like I said, they're kind of getting there. But I do need a little more volume just on the side and rear delts. Chest, I'm happy with the chest. and then lats. I just need to fill out the lats. So again, they're getting there, a lot better than they were a few months ago, but I need both the thickness, like this way, and then that lower lat width to come in. So if I address those points in the next 2 months, I think we'll be in a good spot to get a pro card. Whenever you say we're in a good spot to get a pro card, that's very ambitious. So that's the goal. Who enters a competition to lose, right? So let's see where we can go. All right, just wrapped up the workout at Gold's. Chest, shoulders, and triceps. Did not miss anything in the plan, which is always a good day. Love the pump on these days, but if I'm being honest, it's my pulling movements that need the love. So I did have a great lift today, but in my mind, that means I need to lock in 10 times as much tomorrow for pull day, because I don't want my strongest muscle group, which is what we hit today, chest, shoulders, and triceps, to become even more strong relative to my back. So when I have a really good lift on push day, I'm not really thinking like, oh, good job today, dude. I'm thinking, you better do this shit on pull day or you're gonna look like a weirdo with a big ass chest and no back. So tomorrow, we coming in, lock the fuck in. Cause the back, the biceps, the rear delts, is their time to shine. It's a nice time of night to drive. You got the sunset in back of you, so you don't gotta look into it, but you still get the sunset. Everything is gold. The traffic isn't so bad in LA. It's just bad enough that I don't drive on the highway, so I'll take all the scenic roads and be able to see some nice houses and things. I try and drive a different way home from the gym so I can see some new things. And yeah, trying to organize getting a little trip to Catalina this weekend. It's an island about an hour away from LA, where you go from the murkiest water in LA, this dirty, gross ocean water, to some of the best water you see anywhere in the world. You got this kelp forest coming up from the bottom. It's like these stalks of kelp that you can swim through. You could see 100 feet. There's these giant sea bass and yellowtails swimming around. Beautiful colored Garibaldi and all kinds of things for you to swim through and look at. It's one of the best places to hunt in the world, in my opinion, to spearfish. I love it there. And the sunset's amazing. You go there with some friends in an Airbnb, spear your own fish, make your own sushi, sashimi, with a nice sunset and some good friends. That's all you need in the world. That's all a man needs to be happy, is that right there. For the second meal of the day, we have 2 chicken sandwiches. So I got 2 burger patties on each of these, some sugar-free ketchup, some mustard, and some lettuce, and then just a variety of potatoes and sweet potatoes, air fried, and then just a little sauce action. And so that'll be number 2. We'll probably eat this, and then it'll be a couple hours until the next meal. And live on Discord, we go live in this group pretty much all the time, almost every day. So we'll just come in here, answer people's fitness questions, stream games. This is kind of my nights, most nights. So come through the Discord, it's free, come hang out. We'd love to hang out with y'all, and that's all. Next we got my anti-inflammatory juice, so that's brewing up here. So we got some lemon, ginger, garlic, cardamom pods, rosemary, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and cloves, and then maybe some other ingredients. I'll put the whole list up on the screen in case I miss anything. But this is about 4 gallons worth. I'll boil all that down for like 40 minutes and then drain it. It's just because bodybuilding, you build up a lot of inflammation in your system from your joints and all that, being under a lot of load. And this is all stuff that kind of helps keep that at bay. So there's no sugar in it, or only what's in the lemon, so very little sugar in any of this. We'll mix it with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And so, what's up?
I just thought you would open it just to come close, and you didn't. Oh. So then I was like, okay, let me just back up. I was really in the zone.
All right, yeah, well, okay, you want to see it one more time? Boom.
Looking so good.
All right, so that's gonna taste exactly like what you think it does, which is unpleasant, but it'll be good for you. For my last meal of the day, I don't do this every day, but I do it often. We got about a pound of ribeye steak, with some rosemary, some garlic, some Lowry steak seasoning, or Kinder's the blend. Make your mouth water. I know I should have some vegetables with this. End of sentence. All right, good morning. So just for an idea of the volume, those 3 are all full of that anti-inflammatory juice, and that is still how much is left. So these are those little things that cost like $7 a pop for a little shot of it from healthy food stores or whatever. And we just made 500 million of them for the price of maybe 3 of them in the store. So it's a pretty good thing to make at home if you're going to buy things like that or consume things like that. I'll put some psyllium husk in it, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Drink that in the morning and at night. I leave the psyllium husk to like soak it up. It gives this like chia seed texture after about 5 minutes. And I kind of like it. Don't do too much apple cider vinegar. It tastes like really nasty. Maybe just 1 scoop, 2 spoonfuls. You're good to go.